Hey everyone, it's Kelsey. Welcome back to my channel. The Cobra Kai Season 5 trailer was released and I love Cobra Kai. I am obsessed. It's one of my favorite shows. I am wearing my shirt in honor. And I kind of have like a lot of theories about what I think Season 5 is gonna cover and kind of like where I think the character stories are gonna go. So I thought I would like talk about it and do like a little like trailer breakdown and like prediction video sort of thing. Yeah, I've already seen it. Already seen the trailer. Full disclosure, I should have done a reaction, but I didn't think about doing it until I'd already seen the trailer because I got so excited when I saw that it was up. I don't even know where to start. First off, I'm very excited. If you didn't know, it's coming out September 9th. Season 5. I literally can't wait. Like, I could not be more excited. Let's talk about this whole Terry Amanda situation. I honestly think this is gonna be like just like a one episode thing where she is going to his like, I don't know, it almost looks like a benefit auction sort of thing. Where she's probably just going to like put in a good word for like the last name of the family and like make it look like they're okay with him winning and such, especially because it looks like later in the trailer that Amanda and Daniel are like fighting about karate and everything because he like can't let this go and she's like, can't we just like get on with our lives, like our kids aren't involved anymore, like, you know, let's get over this, even though the kids are still very much involved. So like I actually kind of see like at this point they're in so deep they have to finish it. Like they're probably gonna have a 3-episode arc where they're like kind of not getting along and fighting about it and their family's like fracturing because there's like this dramatic moment in the trailer where he's like looking at a picture, but then it seems like she decides to help them and they get back on track because she is in the shot in this trailer where Johnny shows up at the house, presumably to rejoin the fight. I'm assuming this is after he gets back from Mexico. So I'm assuming that all this like Terry, Amanda, and then like Daniel and Amanda like fight stuff is gonna all occur while Johnny and Robbie went to Mexico to look for Miguel. Especially because this trailer is obviously like not in cohesive order because Daniel does mention, oh well, now that Johnny's gone, like it's up to me to do this, so like I'm gonna decide where we go from here, when he says he's like closing Miyagi-Do and stuff. So I'm assuming by like when Johnny's gone, I'm assuming it's just because he went to Mexico. I mean, I know that he's becoming like an Uber driver in the trailer, which is hilarious, but I can't see that arc lasting very long, obviously, as he's getting his 1-star ratings. And then there's like a shot in the trailer where Johnny, Amanda, Chosen, and Daniel seeing what like where Terry's setting up his Cobra Kai's and how he's taking over the valley and everything. So I'm assuming it's going to be like an all-out assault kind of with the 4 of them. I'm assuming Chosen is flying in people to help, or there's some sort of lawyers or something, because there's like all these people standing in the background of like different shots of the trailer and like one of the promotional photos, and they're like kind of in suits, I think. And then also I forgot about this in regards to Amanda, when Johnny is rejoined with Daniel and Chosen and they're all bowing and you can see like Robbie's there, Miguel's there, Hawk's there, like everyone's there. Amanda is on the other side of Sam bowing, so I don't know if she's gonna start learning some karate. Maybe someone threatens her and she wants to learn how to defend herself. Terry is kind of cray-cray, so like he could totally do that, or maybe she just like wants to join. And obviously Anthony's there too because he's finally gonna learn how to do some karate since he's now getting bullied, since Kenny is like turning the tables on him. So I'm actually excited to see Amanda like kick some butt because she's kind of just been like, she's always been a badass, like she kind of kills it every season, but like she obviously doesn't know karate. Well, you know, I'm assuming that Daniel has taught her some stuff over the years because they've been married for a long time, but she's obviously like, we've never really seen her fight, so kind of excited to see that. And then the whole water park situation, which after they released that promotional photo, like everyone's kind of been talking about it. It looks like Kenny and the rest of the Cobra Kai's are kind of like picking on Anthony. Like it looks like it's like 6-on-1, and then it doesn't look like anyone steps, well, it looks like Hawk goes to step in and the other Miyagi-Do people, so I'm assuming this is like after, especially since Miguel's there, I'm assuming this is like more in the middle of the season, once like Miguel's come back and everyone's kind of back in Miyagi-Do and doing their thing. And then it looks like they all go to stand up for Anthony. It doesn't look like Sam is standing up for him or Miguel, so like they could be off to the side, or they could have just decided to stay out of it, or maybe Sam is upset with Anthony for being a bully and perpetuating this. Any of that is like kind of understandable. But then it looks like Hawk is like No, it doesn't look like he throws the first punch. It doesn't look like he starts a fight with Kenny. It just looks like he kind of like stands up for Anthony and is like, leave him alone. Because you can see that Kenny starts like hitting Hawk just kind of like blocks it and like takes it. So like I honestly think in this like he's just trying to de-escalate. That's what I was looking for. He's just kind of trying to like de-escalate the situation and like step in for Anthony, which honestly is kind of like the right move because 6-on-1 is like not fair. It looks like he does that, which it's interesting that Hawk's the one to do that and not Sam or Miguel or Robbie, since they're all there. I don't know, maybe he goes to Kenny to like apologize to him for like picking on him or something. I don't know, but it is interesting that it's Hawk and not any of the other characters. Maybe him and Anthony are gonna like develop a friendship. I don't know, that would be kind of cool to see that. And then it looks like Robbie steps in and kind of gets in between like Hawk. I don't even know if it's Hawk, but he gets in between Kenny and someone else. I don't know if he's stopping Hawk or if he's like standing between someone else, because I kind of can't tell who that is in the background, because the next shot is like someone being pushed in the water. I don't know if it's Hawk being pushed in the water. And then Miguel like comes to start a fight with Robbie. I'm assuming that he's standing up to Hawk because that makes sense why Miguel would be like, yeah, no. But I'm gonna assume that like Kenny pushes Hawk in the water when he's distracted talking to Robbie. Like I don't know if Robbie's trying to be like, guys, like let's just have fun, let's chill, or if he's trying to like make amends with Hawk. I don't really know. I'm assuming this is like relatively soon after they get back from Mexico, so I'm assuming that like not everything's worked out and Robbie's not in Miyagi-Do yet. That's what I'm gonna say. And then obviously the next shot is Johnny saying that he wants them to be friends. They're never gonna be friends and yada yada yada, but we know that they're probably going to be friends and make up this season because it seems to be a pretty big arc, and I'm excited for that because it would be nice to see them be like on the same side and be like more like brothers, especially since like Johnny sees Miguel as a son, and like obviously Robbie is his son and he's dating Carmen now, so if the two of them get married they're actually going to be stepbrothers. So it would be nice to see them actually get along, and also them teaming up would be like a badass duo, which brings me to like this apartment fight. So something about this apartment fight seems like weird to me between Robbie and Miguel. Like they look mad, but they also like don't. So I don't know if it's, I'm assuming that Robbie is there to see his dad. Robbie either moves in with Johnny or when they're working on the relationship, or he's just like there visiting to work on their relationship and he walks out and Miguel's there, and Miguel, I'm gonna say Miguel probably starts it. I'm gonna be honest. And I don't know. And then they start fighting. So that's like one scenario, is that like it actually is like angry fighting, but the other scenario is like I almost feel like they're like, maybe it's almost like for fun, like they're like, let's see who wins. I don't know, because something about the fight just like seems weird to me, where I'm like, I wonder if they're just like, they still don't like each other, but they're like almost like trash talking each other, like, oh, I'm a better fighter than you, and then they're like, let's see, and then they fight. I feel like they're gonna make up after this fight. I feel like once they have a chance to like duke it out and like work out all their issues, then they're gonna make up. I just feel like this is gonna be like the tipping point. Like something about this fight for me, it seems important, and especially since it's when they get back from Mexico, because they're at Miguel and Johnny's like apartment complex, I'm assuming. That's what it looks like anyways. So I feel like this would make sense for them to make up here. I could obviously be way off, but I don't think I am. Obviously we know Robbie goes back to Miyagi-Do, which I am so excited for. I'm so excited for him to be back and for him to, don't get me wrong, okay, I loved Robbie Prime. Like season 4 Robbie really killed it. I loved seeing his like Cobra Kai dark side and seeing him like follow in Johnny's footsteps. There were so many parallels to like Karate Kid Johnny and Robbie Prime, like especially seeing them both in like their Cobra Kai gi and everything. Like it was a little bit of a moment, like seeing all that. I really enjoyed it, but it's nice to have him back kind of on the good side, and especially with Johnny gonna be teaching him too. Like we've all waited like 5 seasons for like Johnny and Robbie to have like a decent relationship, or at least start to try to have one. And Johnny being like Robbie's sensei is something I never thought I would get, so I'm very excited. And I'm also happy he's back at Miyagi-Do, because hopefully he can make some kind of amends with like Hawk and like Dimitri and his other like friends, and obviously hopefully Miguel, and then Sam, because it's so funny because I didn't really care about Sam and Robbie at the beginning, like their relationship, like I could kind of care less. I was like, oh, Sam and Miguel. But then it was like, once like season 3 hit, season 4 hit, and I was like, oh, like this actually was kind of like a core relationship and an important relationship. And then I actually kind of wanted them to be on good terms again. It was like they needed to get in drama for me to be like, oh, like actually this was like, I kind of miss this relationship. So I'm hoping they repair things. It looks like they are going to, because they are doing the wheel technique in another clip and everyone's kind of watching them and they're like perfectly in sync again. So it does look like they're making up, and then it looks like everyone's kind of practicing it in a circle to try to like get it down. Basically the gist is that I am very excited that we're gonna get like a Robbie Miguel Hawk team up. I'm excited to see Sam and Robbie's dynamic again, and just kind of see like Miguel and Robbie's dynamic, and then like Robbie and Johnny's dynamic and all that jazz. I'm very excited for all the new characters, like all the new senseis, and just to see where this is gonna go. It's obviously going to some place that feels a lot bigger than seasons like 1 through 4 did, and obviously that's like purposeful, because the whole point is like Terry's trying to like make it like an empire. So it definitely does get that feeling. I feel like season 5 is gonna be the best season yet. I'm very excited. I feel like those were all of my main theories. I was pretty much at the end when my camera died for the second time. So yeah, I did look into more theories last night, like just for fun. And I saw someone say that they think that like, and this is very plausible, they think that Silver is gonna be Daniel up, and then like Amanda, Chosen, Sam, and Johnny almost stage like not an intervention, but like that's what everyone thinks, that that's what that scene is when like Johnny shows up at the doorstep. It's like after that, and then that would actually make sense why like Chosen and Johnny go to teach them a lesson, go to like the Cobra Kai, one of the dojos, I don't know, and beat up like that random sensei like in a fight with him. That kind of would make sense why that would happen. As far as the shipping goes and who I want together, it depends on my mood. Like, not that it matters, because this show, like, I don't watch it for the ships, but like when it's hard to talk about theories and not talk about the like love square that's occurring, because it's such a big part of the conflict. But what I do really like about season 4, and like that it kind of wrapped up that conflict, and that like season 5 the conflict between Miguel and Robbie is more about the stuff with Johnny, which totally makes sense, and about like what Robbie did to Miguel, which again totally makes sense. And it seems like Tori and Sam's rivalry is like kind of over, unless there's more stuff we haven't seen, which obviously there is, but it seems like that's kind of squashed now, so that's kind of exciting. It would be nice if eventually they can be friends, but I don't know how realistic that is, because just like so much has happened. But I kind of changed, like I'm excited to see all the dynamics. I want, you know, I'm excited to see Miguel and Sam's dynamic, and if they're like still dating, I think they are. Same with Tori and Robbie, because they do connect on such like a deeper level. But then on the same token, I'm like, I'm excited to see Sam and Robbie's dynamic with them like making up and repairing their friendship and trying to like work through the past, since there was so much trust and like partnership with them through the whole show, and I didn't realize how like important that dynamic and that relationship was to the fabric of the show really until like it was gone. And then I was like, oh, I actually kind of miss this. This is funny, because before I didn't really care about it, but now I'm like, oh, like I kind of miss when they were on good terms. And same with Tori and Miguel, because I do think that they had like, other than like the cheating and everything, all that aside, I think they had like a decent relationship where like they could kind of understand where they were coming from with their like own lives, and they were both in Cobra Kai obviously, so they like understood that dynamic. And I don't know, I just think that there are some things about Miguel that Tori understands that Sam doesn't, but in like I also think that Sam kind of makes Miguel a better person. I don't know, or at least being and Miyagi-Do and the whole combination of factors does. But so I'm excited. There's like so many, it's just the show is so layered, especially with the relationship. So there's so many different aspects of like every relationship, and there's so many different combinations that I can't wait to see. Like Johnny and Chosen, I cannot wait to see that dynamic. They both love to just like fuck shit up and like strike first and do their thing, and solve problems with their fists. And I am so excited because I didn't, even though I knew they were both going to be in this season, I didn't know we were going to get them teaming up. Like, I didn't even dream of that, and now I'm like, yes, I'm all for it. That makes total sense. They're going to be besties. I already know. I don't know if I talked about Anthony at all, but it's going to be interesting to see his role in the season, because he obviously didn't really play a role at all until season 4, and his storyline was him bullying Kenny, but then he did like come around and try to apologize, and now he like wants to learn karate and kind of become part of the family legacy and kind of join the fight. So it's going to be interesting to see the dynamic and how that plays out with like the whole family being involved now, especially since like Amanda's going to start learning karate and everything. It's going to be interesting to see what that's like with everyone involved, because before it was like kind of only Daniel and Sam, so now it's going to be the whole thing. It was kind of a very spontaneous video, but I just wanted to discuss like some of my thoughts and my theories and just like my ideas. I don't have anything like too, you know, astronomically insightful, like nothing. I'm sure this is what everyone else is thinking and stuff they've heard before, but I just wanted to kind of discuss it. So I am very, very, very excited for September 9th. Comment down below if you're excited. Comment down below what your theories are, if you agree with me, disagree with me, maybe you have another theory that I didn't even mention. I honestly love hearing theories, so like give it to me. Yeah, and I guess I'll let you guys know my thoughts when September 9th rolls around. I'm so excited. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below and be sure to subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys on Sunday with another video. Bye.